Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing a terrifying trail in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And later in the show, is everything in Tulsa haunted? Seriously, I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
Well, speaking of Tulsa, I passed through that way. Went to a little town called Bonita not too long ago.
Yeah.
We're trickling out slowly but surely some bits and pieces from that trip. But one of the places I went to, and again, if you play along at home, I went to, I think, was supposed to be one of the most haunted places in the United States, and come to find out, no trespassing. Yeah, the Eastern State.
Yeah.
You could just jump over. There's a chain. It's literally this. I mean, I can't describing what 12 inches tall off the ground looks like, but daylight. I'm sorry. I'm 2 hours away from home, almost 3 hours away from home. Can't afford to go to jail. And explain to my son why he doesn't have his blanket because it's in the car because daddy's in jail. But yeah, a lot of Oklahoma's haunted. It ought to be haunted. It is haunted.
I mean, it's the right time of year for us to be talking about this.
There. Even though it was 100 degrees over the weekend, it's still the right time. You can still have the crispness in the air.
It's right around the corner. This is one of the things that you and I have argued about and agreed about over the years, but it's hot in Oklahoma.
Yes.
Until the end of September.
And then the fever breaks.
Sometimes even into October. I know you and I have had the conversation about Halloween costumes going from one extreme to the other all in one day.
Like Michael Myers wearing jammy shorts and a tank top.
And then at the end of the day wearing a parka.
Right. Yeah,
you can't even tell what he is.
Exactly.
Like, are you an Arctic explorer?
I mean, I've sweated it out trick-or-treating and then froze it out in the morning. So yeah, it is what it is. Either way, it's still spooky. Spooky season is right there.
It is.
Something evil this way comes. Mother Nature will get her shit together, for crying out loud.
Well, speaking of something evil, Turkey Mountain Urban Wilderness in Tulsa hosts a haunted trail at the end of October, like the last half of October, that will scare your Nikes off, bro.
I don't tie mine. I loosely tie them, so scaring them off.
Don't lie. Velcro. Tell everybody the truth. You wear Velcro shoes.
If I bought
never learned
the Nikki Airs with the Velcro, yes.
But again, we love all things Halloween.
Yes.
But if you're up to it, this one is intense.
Dude, there are so many cool things. And that's the thing. Like, Tulsa's so scary. I have a whole book about haunted Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a scary place. Seriously.
There are a lot of great haunts. This one is obviously for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
But they have a recommendation. No children under the age of 12. Nobody with heart issues.
Right.
Nobody with mobility issues.
So basically, if you can't run, it ain't no fun.
I think that may be their tagline for next year's.
Are you listening? Turkey Mountain, if you can't run, it ain't no fun. I'll sell it to you.
This, though, is in your face. Normally, Turkey Mountain, overlooking the Arkansas River in Tulsa, is home to some great hiking. Perfect place to go to enjoy nature near the city.
Bro, 750 acres, man.
It's beautiful, but in October, it does get scarier.
They turn the beauty down to the beast. Sorry.
Have you seen the pictures?
I have.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So I'm all for a haunted house. But the thing about a haunted house is, it's got guardrails. You know where things are.
Yeah, not here. Mm-mm.
Like, me seeing a creepy clown 300 yards away through the foliage, I might need to bring some bathroom tissue with me.
But see, that's also by design. It's when because you're like, oh, it's only 300 yards. It's 300 yards away.
Yeah.
You're focused on the clown here, and all of a sudden the chainsaw comes out here.
Uh-huh.
And then you defecate. Right?
I was going for a little bit more conservative way. Bathroom tissue. And
Tissue,
Brett's like,
right.
you crap your pants.
Yourself,
Crap
man.
your pants.
Yeah.
So this is a 3/4 mile long trail
Yeah.
just off the main parking lot. The walk takes about 30 minutes. You travel in groups of 8 to 10, and you pass through 10 to 12 scare stations
Yeah.
that I think some of these might be more than most people could handle.
Listen, I look at this and go, this it's scary on its own merits. Like, I'm not walking up this trail. Halloween season, fireworks season, Christmas season.
You and I walked up to, what was the name of
The tower.
what's the name of it?
Lake Jed Johnson.
Lake Jed Johnson Tower in Medicine Park area.
Wichita
Wichita
Mountains. Yeah.
After dark.
Mm-hmm.
And
We did not, for the record, we did not camp illegally.
we didn't do that, no.
We didn't.
We did break the rules by being there after dark, though.
All right. But we didn't camp
But the
illegally.
sun beat us.
Right. The sun
I
did
mean,
beat us.
there-
To be fair, what do you do?
Yeah,
gonna set it-
the
you're gonna-
sun was fast that day. We thought we had time, but we get about halfway up that, and it gets really creepy.
Listen, Ranger Roger, if you're out there still, we didn't break any rules.
Statute of limitations is up. We totally broke rules.
We broke all of them. We really did. But anyway.
But just being out in the woods
Oh, man. It's different.
without anybody fixing it up, without anybody doctoring the trail,
Yeah.
you can get pretty scared.
Well, and to think about it is, you think about the tower, tons of stories, tons of history, and none of it's good. You got to wonder, they blocked this tower so you couldn't get to the top for a reason. To the tune of, I don't know how many people decided that we're going to jump off head. I can't even imagine in my mind I'm going head first off this.
God, I'm not 100% sure that we have any evidence that anything ever happened at Lake Jed Johnson Tower. It's been a minute. I think
Legend
there are
has
lots of urban legends about it. But Turkey Mountain Urban Wilderness.
Well, Turkey Mountain Urban Wilderness, Urban Legends. Urban legends about turkeys in the mountains.
So the trail, they have, all these. For starters, the trail looks scary by itself. The oak trees and stuff on this trail look twisted and gnarled up all by themselves. But they go in adding cobwebs and
Turkeys of death.
no turkeys of death.
The smoked turkey.
But
Terror.
you start adding
Patch.
fog to that.
Dude, I'm done.
Creepy lighting.
And I love horror. I love it. If you ever break into my house, I have all the horror movies you could ever want, posters, I've got Halloween masks, but something about when horror comes, it's on the screen, but when horror invades my bubble, I get the heebies, man. I tried a haunted house last year, scared this out of me, man. There's no rules here.
No,
there are rules.
I'm sure there are rules.
There are rules. Sorry, Turkey Mountain. There are rules, but it's spooky, man.
But I do think the live actors, the special effects, I think this is next level.
Well, yeah.
If you're looking for a good haunted evening.
Listen, nature is scary.
It is.
Turkeys on the mountain.
I think if it was just turkeys on the mountain, I think there might be a certain percentage of the population that would be terrified of just turkeys.
There's an episode of South Park where the turkeys are crazy. There could be some crazy turkeys on Turkey Mountain.
There could be, but I doubt it.
I doubt it.
They might run from the crazy clowns.
This is true.
But they do have some non-spooky fall festival activities for younger participants, including a petting zoo, bounce houses, carnival games, a lot of family-friendly activities. Yeah. If that's kind of more your speed, which it sounds like, Brett, that's
my speed.
That's where you're at right now.
I am. I'm
But,
scared.
Word of warning. Warning.
Oh my God. Warning.
Word of warning for real. This sells out all the time.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on
With
the
the
inside baseball. Go ahead.
We should probably
Do they have a truffle?
So Brett and I did a show on our last podcast about
the goat man.
Pope Lick Monster.
Pope, yeah.
What was the name of the town?
Listen, it was in.
I think it was Kentucky.
It was Kentucky, but was it?
I think it might be in Popelik, Kentucky. Anyway, we had done a whole bunch of research for this episode, and one of the things that we found was a
bad video,
live first-person video of somebody talking about the Popelik monster, which is like a half man, half goat, half sheep or something. I don't know.
If you do the math,
yeah, it was 150% of something.
Right.
But the YouTube video that we found started with
hideous.
Somebody doing some really bad warning.
What you brought to witness is a paranormal experience. And it's that bad.
It was
great. They cross a deadly highway that's like during the whole filming, 2 cars.
Yeah. Just deadly highway.
The killer cul-de-sac. I mean, come on. But yeah.
But again, actual warning that matters to real people in real places. This thing sells out fast. So if you're interested in being scared in Tulsa, TurkeyMountainHauntedTrail.com. Get there, buy your tickets.
Well, I'll tell you something you can do for free, but you gotta wait till you come back.
Today's show is brought to you by Friends of Nakoma Park.
I like how you did that. Brought to you by.
They're a local nonprofit working to raise funds for a community park project in Nakoma Park, Oklahoma.
That's right. They are currently working to turn an underdeveloped 60-plus acre park located near Hiawassee into like a monolith of
it's like
fun.
Half park, half soccer field, half walking trail, half splash park, dog park with pavilions, and able to hold large festivals. So it's like 400% of a park.
Actually, well, speaking of events coming up October the 6th, they're doing bites of EOC, and we hope to see you there. $10.
$10, and you can eat
till you're blue in the face.
You can try food from every single restaurant in a tri-state area, I think.
Warning. I'm just kidding. There's no warning.
All of the stats that we just brought up are 100% made up on the spot.
On the spot, but if you want to be on the spot, in the spot, be there October the 6th. It's Friends of Nakoma Park. Find out more at Facebook.com/Friends of Nakoma Park.
So, Brett, today we are talking about the Golden Driller at the Expo Center
T-Town
in Tulsa.
That's my town, baby.
Did you know that Golden Driller is the 6th tallest monument in the United States?
I would pretend that I didn't, but since we've been doing a travel and tourism podcast for nearly 200 episodes, I didn't know that, man. I had no idea.
So it's been there since 1966.
That's a long time, man.
Right there on historic Route 66, it weighs 43,000 pounds and is 76 foot tall.
It has a pulse. Warning.
I'm just going to say, before we get into anything else about the Golden Driller, 77 foot tall statue is kind of scary.
Yeah, and I'm going to jump in too quick, but can you imagine something 77 feet tall giving you the freaking stink eye?
So this thing was the driller was erected by the Mid-Continental Supply Company at the 1953 International Petroleum Expo, and after receiving glowing reviews, it was temporarily brought back to the 1959 trade show as well. Mm-hmm. And then following that, the statue was donated to the Tulsa County Fairgrounds in 1979.
And then permanently brought back to life. Right?
So this thing has withstood all sorts of activity. It's been moved. It's withstood all sorts of weather. It's got a cool plaque down at the bottom.
It's been through a lot.
It has. Have you ever looked at the plaque? Have you ever walked up to it?
No, but the plaque.
It's dedicated to the men of the petroleum industry who, by their vision and daring, have created from God's abundance a better life for mankind.
And a giant.
So you and I had interviewed Terry French
Yes, we have.
from the Tulsa Spirit Tour
And
last year.
Yeah, and I met with her. I got her book and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't ask her about this, but I had heard a story about the Golden Driller.
Okay.
From one of our listeners.
Really?
Truck driver.
Okay.
Who was driving through, not in his truck, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I could go back to the well for this. Driving through Tulsa during a full moon, swears that the Golden Driller turned its head and looked at him.
Okay, him. I was going to say, is this the same one that told the story on a dark, rainy night? And it looked like this. Like, Large Marge.
He was dead serious when he told me the story.
Yeah. Man, there's some weird stuff up there.
I'm sorry. It doesn't look scary, but it's kind of like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
Like, anything can be scary if you let it.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be one of those situations where I'd need bathroom tissue.
You would definitely defecate.
Probably. Like, I'd need to take the car for a detail.
Probably. Well, I mean, Golden Driller doesn't surprise me. The ORU hands with all the conspiracy. We could do another show on that. There's some. I love Tulsa.
Yeah.
But within about a 50-mile radius of that place, there's some weird, wonderful.
We should reach out to Terry
We
French
need to reach out
and
to Terry
find out if there have been any other. Because I can't find anything.
I mean, I'm saying it in jest, but you know how you get sometimes when you're nervous about stuff, like you believe it, but you kind of joke it off, like ha 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 ha. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't know enough to not. I don't know enough. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not gonna say no.
What is the phenomenon where if people believe something?
Tulpa.
Yeah, Tulpa.
The Tulpa, yeah.
I wonder if that's this type of situation, or if somebody just scared themselves. It's happened. I've seen things that I can't explain.
Listen, how many times, I know you've done it, but how many times you've been, we're not stopping. We're going to try to push through and get home.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh,
it's your turn to drive, or it's not. You're like, nope, you go ahead and sleep. And you're literally just driving through your Imaginarium.
Oh, yeah.
To get home.
Yeah.
Shit happens. But who knows? Who knows? That Golden Driller's seen some stuff.
Oh, it has for sure. And so I'm totally on board with, any urban legends that have arisen over the years. I just couldn't find anything. So I really think we should reach out to Terry, see if we can get any further details, see if anybody else has reported this. But I think it's a really cool story. And if occasionally the driller, spooks some drivers driving by, I think it's probably good for tourism.
Golden Drillers, blood sacrifices at Oral Roberts University.
Dogs and cats living together.
Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. It's all here in Oklahoma.
We do have some feedback that I wanted to touch base. I wanted to touch base on. I didn't want to touch bakes on it. I wanted to touch base on. Jake Jones reached out to us.
Jake.
A little bit of an email. He said, first off, thanks for cranking out some great entertainment for my drive to Oklahoma City every day.
Yeah.
I've almost finished your entire library and have yet to find a bad episode. That is a badass comment.
It's a badass comment. And by the way, this may be our best episode.
This best episode?
This could be one of our best episodes.
It could be. But he continued, I appreciate your guys' show. Love what you're doing. I have so many ideas for weekend trips for me and my daughter, and learning so much about the state I've lived in for 48 years.
Jake, you're a rock star, brother. We appreciate you. And you know what? You too could be like, Jake from State Farm can hold a candle to this guy.
He does have a question.
Okay.
Jake has a question for you specifically.
For me.
Yes. He wants to know why you don't like Edmund. I don't remember you not liking Edmund.
I don't like Edmund because Edmund think we've got friends in Edmund.
I'm waiting for your defense against
Am I allowed?
some previous comment about Edmund.
Damn it, Jake.
You put him on the spot, Jake. Good job.
Jake, we'll speak privately about that. Damn it. Okay, here's why I don't like Edmund.
Let's hear it. They don't have a haunted statue that's 78 feet tall.
There you go. That's it. Not enough haunted stuff in Edmond. Not enough. And they get all the cool stuff. I gotta drive all the way up.
You're jealous of Edmond. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
It's not that I like. They get all the cool stuff, man. Every time OKC Talk pops up a new restaurant or something. Okay, Memorial Road. To me, that's the boundary between North OKC and Edmond.
Yeah.
It's close enough that it's Edmond to me.
So you're saying that Edmond gets all the cool stuff. You're jealous.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
So, yeah, it's not that I don't like them. I just don't.
You're just jealous of them.
I'm jealous. I've got FOMO. Fear of missing out. FOMO. FOMOE. Fear of missing out, Edmond. Well, if you've got feedback, do the right thing. Do what Jake did. Email us.
Absolutely. But I think, again, our call to action for Jake and everybody else listening, if you stop at one of the places
Please.
that you have found because of the Only in OK show, tell them that Harley and Brett sent you. Tell them that you want the Only in OK discount. Tell them. That's all I got.
Well, can I throw a quick story in?
Sure.
So I went to the fair, again for the second time. Did a video out there, covered the bro nut as being my favorite thing out there. Went back. I said, hey, I didn't mean anything personal about the knives. She was like, hey, we fixed the knife situation. And by the way, it's not called the bro nut is the one with the brisket. You got the Nashville. She goes, but because of you, a lot of people showed up. We had to correct them, but a lot of people showed up just because a random video.
So you went on to the internet.
Yeah.
Told lies about their menu.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they had to correct you to the entire population of Oklahoma.
That's it.
Great job.
But
everything you need to know about Oklahoma right here on the Only in OK show. We may not get it right.
To be fair, she's from Texas.
But she was in Oklahoma.
You're right. She's an Okie for 10 days.
A fair Okie?
Yeah. A fair
weather Okie?
A fair, nice. Which is weird. We didn't have that traditional fair weather this year.
No, we did not.
Which...
There's always next year. Dude, I'm telling you, there has been a ton of people pushing for the idea of the October State Fair. And I'm all in.
Go back to it. We did that.
And it was all in.
It was 2 weeks when we were kids. 10 days isn't enough. It's not enough time.
Move it to October, lower the prices.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Lower the prices, lower the temperature, increase the chances of me going. I need it cheaper. I need it cooler. I need it cooler, man.
I need it to be in October because I would also like to combine a caramel apple with my fair visit. And caramel apples should not be consumed before the middle of October. That is law.
And they melt in this weather.
Yes.
They're not designed for this. But if you have feedback about the fair, you have feedback about us, like we said, it's quite simple. And that's the thing. I feel like one person out of a million people has listened. And that's Jake Jones. This episode is dedicated to the life, the love, the man. Jake Jones.
This has been the Only in OK show. New shows every week. I'm Harley.
I'm Brett.
And we're out of here.
Peace. Kind of like Desmond on Lost.
Yeah.
He just comes in and hits the button once a day.
Replay button and fucking, he's like, whew, I got 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes. Well, it was a deep cut. The Desmond from Lost.
Yeah.
Speaking of, while I'm trying to set this thing up, I know for years, I think I asked you once a month for 10 years. Did you ever see the finale to Lost?
I've never seen the finale to Lost.
Kidding me.
I swear to God, I've never seen. Dude, I had a red box. I red boxed it. When
they didn't have the last disc.
When Connor was born, we started episode 1.
Yeah.
He had real bad jaundice. Had to be under the little
heat lamp.
The heat lamp with the hot dog roller thing. Uh-huh. So literally, we were home for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
We watched the beginning.
Yeah.
To the end. The end CD said that it was the right DVD.
And it wasn't.
And it was not. It was the one before, and we switched it out like 3 times, and they kept sending back the same one.
Well, the funniest thing about it is they released the whole season, or every season, on Netflix, except the final
last episode.
I feel like it was the last season. So a lot of people didn't see it until it was post-haste, like it was in some, server room where they got to see it.
It's crazy.
3, 2,